Folks, I'm telling you, John Ivory, the music producer extraordinaire, pulls every emotion out of me with each beat that he drops for this show. After walking through all 32 teams and coaches, members of personnel for Alabama's Pro Day, you're rocking and rolling right now on the baddest thing smoking. Hottest show on the streets here. Number one forum for your Crimson Tide football news. In my own words, yours truly, Stephen Smith of Touchdown Alabama Magazine. Happy to entertain and inform you on today. We're bringing you the show from the magic city of Birmingham, streaming this to you on YouTube. And speaking of a channel, if you haven't done so, smash subscribe right now. If you are subscribed, but your friends are not, and they love Bama, have them subscribe right now, because if you love the content, they will as well. Make this your one-stop shop for all things Bama football. Also, don't forget to leave a like, drop that thumbs up, run those likes past the moon. Make this your show, your network, your platform, channel, and space to talk Bama. Be sure to turn all of those notifications on, hit that little bell, so that way you can be alerted and notified and not miss a drop of the good information known as Bama football. We also got you covered on Facebook and Twitter as well, streaming to you the show. Got a great one tonight. Had fun checking out Pro Day in Tuscaloosa, getting a chance to see Bill Belichick in that same hoodie again, talking with Coach Saban, among other scouts and personnel members and people of the NFL being at the Alabama indoor practice facility, watching these young men try to enhance, improve, increase their draft value. It was fantastic getting a chance to talk to a lot of the players that participated in Pro Day and what their goals are, their dreams, their aspirations, the next moves as they prepare to hear their names called next month in the NFL draft. But we definitely want to hear from you tonight, the passionate fans of Bama football. You can do this by calling 205-448-1358. Now I'm going to call in to let your voice be heard, 205-448-1358. And one more time, 205-448-1358. The daily super chat goal, $75. Daily super chat goal. Appreciate the love they're coming from you guys. And let's get these likes up, baby. 50 likes. Let's push this thing to 50 likes right now. Appreciate all of you guys for the support that you show to us. But we get into here, first topic of discussion, John, and we all have talked about this. We all have spoken about this, and it's about the Alabama defensive line and what the expectations are going to be for this group starting from this spring to the upcoming season in the fall. And this defensive line, they got to play with it. They got to get with it. They got to play nasty. They got to be dominant. Freddie Roach has got to pull the ultimate mentality out of these guys on the field. And Phil Mathis, after going through his drills today, Pro Day, spoke to reporters, spoke to the local and national media, and he had one big message for this Alabama defensive line returning as he pursues the draft. Check out what Big Phil from Louisiana had to say to his brothers.
Who on this current defensive line could be the next Phil for this year? Have that breakout year?
Hopefully a lot of guys step up this year because they deserve it. DJ Dale, Byron Young, Justin Lee Boydby, Stephon Wynn, Tim Smith. I want all those guys to step up. Y'all hear me now, man. It's our time to step up because we gotta go get that chip next year for sure.
That was Phidarian Mathis speaking to local reporters at Pro Day about he wants his group to step up. He's played with these guys. He's worked with these guys, trained with these guys, been in the trenches, blood, sweat, tears with these defensive linemen at Alabama. He wants to see all of his brothers step up, go after that national championship and win it. So Phil Mathis is already putting down the expectation for guys like DJ Dale, Justin Aboigbe, Tim Smith, Byron Young, Stephon Wynn, Jamil Burrows, Jamarian Latham, all of the guys on this line, Damon Payne, so on and so forth. The expectation is, hey, we didn't win the national championship this past season. Yes, we won the SEC championship, and being SEC champions, that's a big deal, but there's a level and a growth and a step ladder to this thing. The ultimate goal at the end is carrying home the college football playoff championship trophy. That's the ultimate goal. And Alabama fell short of that. And much of the reason why was, you didn't have that, aside from Phidarian Mathis, of course, you didn't have that just consistent getting after you type of dog on that defensive line. So Big Phil is challenging all of his brothers. Hey, I'm gone. I'm departing the pro. I'm getting this bag. I'm getting this paper. I'm getting this money over here. But I still want to see y'all. I still want to see y'all dominate, be aggressive, be effective, be productive. Most importantly, get us back to the national championship game and win that thing. So we're already seeing here Big Phil putting down the expectation, laying down the expectation for his brothers as he departs. And as I mentioned, this is something that you as fans have talked about on this defensive line. Who's going to provide that consistent push in disrupting the timing of the opposing offensive line and offense in general? Who is going to be that guy or a group of guys that can consistently harass the quarterback, put that guy on the ground, get sacks, stuff the running back, put that guy on the ground for loss of yardage, create turnovers, whether it's forcing fumbles, whether it's getting interceptions or recovering fumbles? Who is going to be batting balls down, frustrating quarterbacks that way? Who will be the guy or a group of guys on that defensive front where the line is concerned that mean business? You as fans want to see it. Phidarian Mathis challenging his teammates, challenging his former teammates now, challenging his boys, challenging his brothers. Hey, I'm leaving on, but I want to see y'all continue to uphold the moniker of we trench mob. And because we trench mob, we got to do what trench mob does, getting this job done here. So that was the rule. That was the thing there from Phidarian Mathis. Wanted to see these guys get down to business as he named everybody on that defensive front. But we take our first break here on the show. Don't touch that dial. We're just getting started. When we get back, we go to the phone lines to take your calls, your thoughts, your chats, your texts, your interactions. We're talking Bama football, and we're talking it with you right after this.
You're watching In My Own Words with Stephen M. Smith, brought to you by We Own the Fourth Quarter. Get your four-finger bling necklace today by visiting weownthefourthquarter.com. Throw them foes up.
What's up, Bama Nation? This is Rudy Griffin, former Alabama defensive lineman, and you're listening to my guy, Stephen M. Smith, In My Own Words, brought to you by Touchdown Alabama Magazine. Roll Tide, roll!
9 players have teamed up and released the Alabama Team Paper, which is a video yearbook they've put out for sale direct to fans. Now, for the first time, small dollar purchases from the fans can support the players as a group as well as a great cause, because $1 of every subscription payment is donated to the Boys and Girls Club of America. Be a 5-star fan base and support your team and a great cause with Team Paper. Check it out at teampaper.com/Alabama.
Remember the taste of Grandma's delicious sweets? Emily's Heirloom Pound Cakes brings back those precious memories with just one bite. Each cake made from scratch. They make the perfect dessert to share with family and friends for any occasion, and ordering is easy. Visit emily'sheirloompoundcakes.com. Click the online store and shop. Then pick up your fresh cake at the kitchen in downtown Homewood. Order yours online at emily'sheirloompoundcakes.com. Emily's Heirloom Pound Cakes, making memories from scratch.
As we're back in from the break, folks, number one form, number one ticket in the house, talking Crimson Tide football news. In my own words, yours truly, Stephen Smith of Touchdown Alabama Magazine. Appreciating you guys. Continue to hit that like button, run those likes up, give us that thumbs up here. Make this your show, your network, channel, platform, and space to talk Bama. Let's get this thing up to 50 likes right now. We're at 20, 30 more to go. Appreciate you, the Bama Nation, helping us out right there. Gotta appreciate my man Jimmy Clay with that $25 donation, starting us off here in the Super Chats. Appreciate Jimmy, the bad man Clay, helping us out here on this show. I know people are still talking about the slap heard across the world with Will Smith and Chris Rock from the Oscars, but we're going to continue this thing here with Crimson Tide football. We go to the phone lines to grab your calls. The call segment brought to you by the Blue Wrench Gang, 205-448-1358. But I'm going to call in right there, 205-448-1358. We grab this call here. You're live on the show. What's going on? How we feeling? State your name and where you're calling from.
Well, Stephen, I'm still here. I've got my eyes out and got the two-way radio on, so everything's looking good right now. Y'all guys just remember now, don't drown, turn around, don't drive, stay alive. Always remember that. I hope everybody's doing well in the Blue Ridge Gang. I'm seeing everybody here. Hello, I'm going to make this quick because I got to get out of here. Some bad storms coming in. We done had some bad wind today, several trees down, so we've got a lot on our hands here in Winfield tonight. Anyway, y'all make this show the number one show in the street, the hottest show in the country. Y'all take care of it tonight. Y'all know how to do it. I love all y'all. Y'all stay safe. Watch those storms coming in, Stephen. Y'all keep y'all's eyes out. Don't drive in that stuff. Y'all stay where you at if you need to. I'll holler at y'all Friday night as long as we're here. Bye-bye, everyone.
Appreciate Waylon calling in. Waylon, the president, and our meteorologist, weather guy right here. So definitely be safe if you are traveling this evening. But we take this phone call here. You're live on the show. What's going on? How we feeling? State your name and where you calling from.
Roll, Tide, roll. This is William up here in Iowa. What's going on, Stephen?
Doing good, William. I mean, today was a really good pro day. I mean, seeing all 32 teams in Tuscaloosa, seeing Bill Belichick make his yearly appearance, talking to Coach Saban. He kept his eyes on Slade Bolden for some odd reason. I guess it's Bill Belichick trying to draft Slade in the 5th, 6th round. Who knows? But it was a really good pro day.
Yeah, that'd be a good place for him to go there. I believe that. Anyway, I wanted to ask you about the injuries there. How's everybody coming on injuries? Is everybody healing up pretty good now, or have you heard anything?
Everybody's healing up. I know Coach Saban mentioned that both Jace McClellan and Roydell Williams are in practice at running back. They're in black jerseys. They're both doing non-contact things throughout the spring. McClellan is a bit ahead of Williams in the recovery process, but both are out there. Eli Ricks, the transfer from LSU, I know he had a shoulder injury this past season, which is why he only played 6 games, but he's back. He's out there. He's going through he's going through drills. He's picked up weight. So right now, according to Saban, no serious injuries, and guys who have had some nicks and bruises are healing up now.
Yeah, that's all we want to hear. Anyway, I get off here and let somebody else on here. Roll Tide.
Appreciate my man William from Iowa. Absolutely. Gotta love William from Iowa calling into the show on a Wednesday. We grab this call. Here you're live on the show. What's going on? How we feeling? State your name and where you're calling from. Live on the show, caller. Well, we lost that
Hello?
call there, but there we go. You're live. Here we go.
Hello?
You're live. You're on, caller.
Hello. Yes, Steve. I know you remember me.
I do.
Hear me, Steve?
I can hear you.
Okay. All right. First off, I would just like to say I'm from Ohio. So, yeah, you got a caller here from Ohio. Come on. Now, I just want to talk about, okay, I know how this is the Alabama Crimson Tide, podcast, but let's just talk about Ohio State for a minute, okay?
Okay.
Do you mind? All right. Now, here's what I want people to seize and to understand is that C.J. Stroud is coming back this year with a vengeance, and so ain't the rest of our players. But we also got a new squad coming in, fully healthy as well. So I am fully prepared for this national title win. Now, people may laugh at me when I say the Buckeyes are going to win the national title, but I actually mean it this time. C.J. Stroud is going to have a dominant season, and I believe he will be your Heisman winner. If not, the Heisman winner was rigged if it's not C.J. Stroud. Because he was in the competition last year, and I thought he was going to win it, but it's all good. But here's all I got to say is this. If it comes down to Ohio State and Alabama again, and then for the national title, Stevie, I'm taking Ohio State all day. But I wouldn't be sleeping on Alabama, though, because, I don't know, you guys just seem to have a good squad almost every year. Ain't that what it seems like?
Seems that way.
Y'all played us good one year, but, y'all failed. But one thing I want everyone to remember is
well, we got Ohio State fans calling in here, talking C.J. Stroud and the Buckeyes winning a national championship. Boy, can college football make its way back? If college football can make its way back, it'll be fun. We take this call here. You're live on the show. What's going on? How we feeling? State your name and get us back on track. Where you calling from?
I'm calling from Phoenix City, Alabama, to set all this jump back straight. Steven, what's up with these folks picking up the bottle so early? It's only Wednesday. Y'all can't wait till Friday. Ohio State fans talking about national championships, bro. Y'all about to be 10 years removed from being a national champ, man. Just pump your brakes, Mister whoever you are. Talking about CJ. Did you not see CJ Stroud last season? With what he had, 3 of the top wide receivers, top 15 receivers in the country, and them boys got smacked by Michigan. Did you not see what happened to Michigan when they played Georgia? And y'all couldn't handle Michigan. And I'm not big on transitive property, but I do believe that there is a significant difference from the level of competition you see when you see Alabama full strength and Ohio State full strength. You saw what happened. Justin Fields saw what happened. You quite easily forget, don't you, there, Ohio State? Anyways, Steven, what's good, man? I'm just getting home from the gym, bro. I didn't get to see the opening segment. I said, let me call. I don't know. The internet's acting crazy down here. You know, the storm's coming through, man. But what's going on, man? What we got going on in camp? I don't want to hear nothing about no C.J. Stroud and Ohio fake and all that stuff. I don't want to hear nothing about that. Let's talk about Bama, bro. What we got going on?
Coach Smook, I'm trying to recollect myself like Chris Rock right now. I'm trying to recollect myself after that phone.
He just slapped the stuff out of you, didn't it?
I'm sitting here like Chris Rock trying to recollect myself. But the first segment was actually about Phidarian Mathis, who spoke to the local reporters today at Bama's Pro Day, and he was challenging, Alabama's defensive line, the guys returning. He was like, guys, I'm leaving, but I'm ready to see Dale and Boygby, Smith, Young, all of those guys step up and eat. It's y'all's time. Go out there and get that chip for us. So, Phidarian Mathis challenged that defensive line today.
Man, you know what? That's good, Steven, because a lot of times I think what we forget, the reason why Alabama standard was set is because you had alumni coming back and making those, saying those speeches, speaking to these guys, let them know how important it is to make it, take every opportunity to make it your best. You got guys like who I know could have played longer in the league, especially the way the league is evaluated now, like Javier Arenas. I feel like he could have been on a different evaluation chart, especially how they evaluate athletes nowadays. Javier could have had a longer career in the league. He could have had more illustrious career in the league. We all know he bounced around a little bit, but Javier Arenas, if we could have snagged Javier Arenas as a coach or I mean, I know he was on the field as an analyst. I think he was on the staff as an analyst last year. But if that could have brought a new level of motivation. And these guys, they got to understand, like, this is a proven year for them. Those names you mentioned, this is your proven year. You already kind of got by barely doing your junior year, picking it up at the end of the last season. The whole defense. Now, if they could come in hot like Georgia defense did last year, and that's one thing I think we never took away from Georgia as Alabama fans. We knew from day one, all the experience that they were returning. Any football fan knows, you bring back that much experience, the only thing that can literally hurt you is injuries. And they didn't have to deal with injuries on the defensive side. Everybody knows defense leads you to a championship. I'm not going to say defense wins championships. Defense leads you to championships. If you have an awesome defense and a decent offense, you're going to win a championship. We did it multiple times at Alabama, And so I think that's great, man. I honestly, I would love to see a Boy B and Dale just go off this year, man. Those two guys, I remember we had so much high hopes for Dale after that freshman year, man. And it's just time, man. I didn't see that. I haven't seen the fire the last 2 years. And I know they say he's been nursing an injury, but man, this could be your last year. What if you go half step and try not to hurt yourself and, still end up getting hurt, and now you don't have a spot in the league. You can't make it to you don't make it to the next step, And I know Coach Saban preaches education with these guys, getting that education first. But guys, there's a reason you're putting on the football uniform while you're going to school. You want to take the opportunity. You want an opportunity to make it to the next level, whether it's CFL, whether it's overseas, whether it's the NFL, whatever it is. You want that opportunity, And it's very few that I'm just doing it because, no, you're out there taking hits, putting your body on the line because you want an opportunity to do it at the next level. And I feel like our defense, especially the defensive front, man, our D-line, we have too much talent to not dominate, especially on the interior, Steven. Especially on the interior. You got the other Latham brother. He needs to wake up, man. What's his name? Jamari Latham? Is it Latham? That's his name on the defense side, right?
Yeah, Jamarian Latham, yes.
Man, if we get him and Jaleel Burrows in a nice rotation, those guys are feisty, man. They're feisty. I wonder if it's the discipline that kept them off the field, like not knowing the playbook has kept them off the field. But even Stephon Wynn, that's too much body to be holding on the bench, Steven. When you got teams, averaging 100 or something rushing yards on your defense, when the year before, it was less than 100 rushing yards. I'm ready to see dominant defense. Georgia gave everybody the blueprint. Put your best athletes on the field. Keep your scheme to where they could fly to the ball. Pete Golden learned that towards the end of last year. And guys got to play with an ambition, with a sense of fire, man. And if we got that energy on the sideline on the defensive side, I think we're gonna be a very dangerous team. And once again, I'm sorry, Miss Ohio State fan, but I don't. Sorry, apologies early. If y'all have to see Bama this year or the next 2 years, it's over with for y'all, man. It's over with for y'all. Michigan beating y'all last season just changed the whole landscape of y'all conference. That changed the whole landscape. And y'all got to remember, y'all got other weak teams like Michigan State and guys like that, Iowa State. I want to say guys like, teams like that are pushing y'all to the limit. Like, I don't downplay any teams, but Ohio State, y'all not there. Y'all not there. You look pretty during the season with your cupcake schedule, and then you get to the playoffs and you never show up. So you like Texas. You're not really back. You just want to be back so bad. You want to be back so bad, but it hurts. It hurts. But yeah, Alabama putting college football back on notice this season. Everybody in the chat, Roll Tide, Blue Ridge Gang out here, Coach Smook on my. Hey, Steven, tell them folks to put that bottle down, man. It's too early in the week to be picking up that bottle. Tell them to put that bottle down, man. Talk with some sense. All right, y'all, I'm out, man.
Appreciate Coach Smook there calling in. I will try to pass the word along because I promise you, after that call, I seriously felt like Chris Rock trying to recollect my thoughts at the Oscars. But I thought I pulled it off well, John. I thought I really pulled that off well. But we take this call here. You're live on the show. What's going on? How we feeling? State your name and where you're calling from.
Hey, Stephen M. This is Robert from Mobile.
Robert, what's happening, man?
Yeah, I was agreeing with your last call about that Ohio State guy. It's just you may want to stay out the sun for a bit, if he thinks C.J. Stroud is going to beat out Bryce. Bryce too nice for the Heisman Trophy. You might want to keep it out of the sun for a bit there, my friend, and get down to a slow boil next time. It was nice hearing Mathis and his attitude for the next season. That's definitely what we need to hear. Yeah, and then they realize, like you said earlier, other than Mathis, nobody consistently brought the nasty every time it came to getting after the quarterback on the defensive line. And that's what we're going to need if we're going to, will pull us out next season for the championship. I don't think everybody's getting on the same page with this. Last season, I didn't think it was a championship or bust season. I thought we were losing too much. And it was just too much to expect the team to come in there and win the championship, back to back. I mean, it's just the reason why it rarely happens, because it's hard to do. But when Bryce got on that roll, and turned into a Heisman Trophy winning quarterback, then we started to feel that, hey, this may be a championship season. We may have sold this season short. And to come up short because we lost our two best receivers. Only, Georgia fans out there, that's the truth. That we had our two best receivers, we win that national championship. But it left a bad taste in everybody's mouth. And so I think these guys are going to come out, immediately start to beat people down, and come out this season and prove they're the best team in college football. I look early on for the ESPN commentators, Fox Sports commentators, all these sports commentators to start with it's Alabama and everybody else. Because I look for them to show that kind of dominance that early in the season. And the way Mathis is talking, the way Bryce Young is talking, the way Mr. Anderson is talking, I think we can get there. So that's what I'm looking for.
Absolutely. Appreciate my man Robert from Mobile with that phone call into the show. Absolutely. We take this call here. You're live on the show. What's going on? How we feeling? State your name and where you calling from. Live on the show.
Steve, what up with you, man?
What's going on?
What up with you, man? This is Jay from Sheffield, man.
Jay, what's up, man?
Chilling, man. What do you think? Phil Mathis gonna get drafted there?
That's a good question. I mean, to me, he's a day 2 guy. I mean, he's a day 2 pick, which means second or third round. I can see him middle second. I can see him mid second round.
To the Patriots to go team up with Barmore. That would be too sick.
That'd be sick. Or if I'm John Harbaugh, bring him to Baltimore.
Yeah. But man, the message that he sent to the D-line, man, we've been needing to hear something like that for the last 5 years, Steve. I don't know if it's coaching or if them boys ain't got the dog in them no more or what. But, I mean, I'm glad Phil called them boys out like that, man, because he know them boys got the talent. And we need to see it, Steve. That's my love, that D-line. I played nose guard all my life, Steve. That's my love, man. We got to get back to dominating on just specifically the D-line.
Absolutely, and I'm happy Phil said that. I know he started off by saying he hopes all the guys play well, but then when he started naming guys and calling them out and saying, hey, like, we got to get back to this chip, we got to get back to this title, that's where you saw the passion of Mathis come out in front of the reporters.
Yeah, that was a little bit of that big brother love right there. I feel like he gave him a little punch to the chest just then. Hey, step it up, something like your big brother do. But, Steve, roll tide, man. We're going to win the Heisman. Will Anderson going to win it this year. That's how hard we coming. Will Anderson going to win the Heisman, 25 sacks. I'm calling it now. Roll tide.
Appreciate Jay from Sheffield. John put it on the board. Will Anderson will win the Heisman, 25 sacks. This is coming from Jay out of Sheffield. If he gets this thing done, hey, we're going to have Jay back on the show. We got a few super chats to get to right now, so how about Sweet Home Bama. 22 with that $10 donation. Showing love. Appreciate Sweet Home Bama. Behind that, we got Jimmy the Pimp Man, Bad Man, Cash Man, Clay with that $40 donation. Showing love. Appreciate Jimmy Clay. And then we got William Bryant, my man of Iowa, with that $20 donation. That daily super chat goal of $75 has been met. Appreciate all of you for that support. And it was just good to hear Phidarian Mathis, though he is pursuing the NFL draft and had a really good pro day and a strong combine, him calling DJ Dale's name and Justin Boybee's name and Byron Young's name and Tim Smith's name and Stephon Wynn and saying, guys, look, I'm going pro, but I'm going to still be watching y'all. Y'all better not drop that ball. Y'all better not drop that banner. We Bama over here. Do not let that banner fall where the D-line is concerned, because I got to see you guys get back and get that chip and get that ring and get that title. So seeing that tough love there coming from Phidarian Mathis is really, really, really good there. So hopefully those guys heard that, took heed to that. But we're gonna go to this call topic right here, and Alabama will have its second pro day on Wednesday, April 13th. So for guys that may have not been happy with the first pro day results, they want to go improve themselves even more in terms of draft stock. On Wednesday, April 13th, Bama will have its second pro day in Tuscaloosa. So definitely check that out. Hopefully we can get down there to check that second pro day out. But we're going to actually we got Jamie Wilhelm in here with that $9.99 in the Super Chats. Appreciate Jamie showing love here on the show. Continue hitting that like button. Run those likes up. Hit that thumbs up. Run those likes past the moon. Make this your show, your network, your channel, and space platform to talk your program, that being the Crimson Tide. We're going to take a break right now, folks. When we get back, Evan Neal took us behind the curtain and gave us insight on what he's seeing on the offensive line in spring practice, particularly at both tackle positions. We'll talk about it after this.
You know what we do at the start of the fourth quarter. We throw them foes up. But now you don't have to wait until the fourth quarter. Get your four-finger bling necklace at weownthefourthquarter.com. It's the first and only logo that captures the essence of all Crimson Tide players and fans as we represent the legendary Alabama football fourth quarter dominance. Get your four-finger bling necklace right now at weownthefourthquarter.com. Get yours today and stun on them haters. Touchdown Alabama Magazine is Alabama football's premier publication. A subscription to Touchdown Alabama Magazine is the perfect gift for any Alabama fan. For exclusive news and information, recruiting updates, a free annual print magazine, and more, go to touchdownalabama.com and click join. Only $7.95 per month, or pay $74.95 for a full year subscription. That's a yearly saving of $20. Go to touchdownalabama.com today and roll Tide. Thank you for tuning in. Show your support right now by clicking that like button. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button now and enable all notifications to make sure you don't ever miss any of the best Alabama football news, notes, and information right here on Touchdown Alabama.
All right, baby. Fresh off Pro Day on a Wednesday. Number one ticket here for your Crimson Tide football news. In my own words, yours truly, Stephen Smith of Touchdown Alabama Magazine. Appreciate you guys checking us out here on today. Continue to hit that thumbs up, get those likes up, get those likes past the moon here. Trying to hit this thing at that 50 like mark right now, and appreciate you, the fans, making this your show, your network, channel, platform, and space to talk Bama. But we go from the defensive line to the offensive line, and Evan Neal had a good pro day. I mean, 335 pounds, big man, moving. Now, he did not run the 40. He did do a lot of the offensive line drills, but had a very strong pro day. Neal projected to be a top 5 pick. But what was interesting was when he spoke to reporters, Evan took us behind the curtain. He took us behind the he took us behind the glass, so to speak, and he gave us some insight on when he's been out there at spring practice, who's been operating at both tackle positions on the offensive line. And Evan Neal said, hey, when I've been out there, it's J.C. Latham at left tackle and Kendall Randolph at right tackle. And I'm like, this is very interesting coming from Evan Neal. When Evan says something, you take it at face value. Now, once again, will this be the two tackles concretely throughout the entire spring and the entire fall camp and the entire regular season? Who knows? Probably. But to have Evan Neal say this, with him being out there and watching some spring practice, you definitely take it at face value because J.C. Latham is one of the guys we've been talking about. He came in 2021 as a 5-star from IMG Academy in Florida. Evan Neal came from IMG Academy. They both know each other very well. They both have an understanding of each other. They have a little brotherhood going on here. So for JC to be playing at left tackle or working at left tackle in spring, he came in the 2021 class as the highest rated, or one of the highest rated offensive tackles, but one of the most ready and prepared players coming into that particular cycle. And to see him getting these reps at left tackle, getting this work at that spot, this is good. This is really good. This shows you as fans, hey, one of our guys we've been talking about, we've been harping on, we've had high hopes for, maybe this is the year he grabs that spot, he takes that spot, and he runs with it on the offensive line. Now, right tackle, having Kendall Randolph there, that's good. But that's also really intriguing to me because Randolph wears two different hats. He's a C-gap tight end and an offensive lineman at the same time. When he's playing on the offensive line, he wears number 60. When he's playing as a C-gap tight end, he wears number 85. So sometimes you don't know which number Kendall Randolph is going to come out with. But at 6'4", now at 300 pounds, going to be way more so offensive line than tight end. But he's got experience. In his 6th year with the program, came in the 2017 class. Saban really likes the work ethic that Randolph has, the stick-to-itiveness, the perseverance, the determination, fighting through all the adversity. Really likes the leadership that Randolph brings to the table. So I like these two. If these two can hold firm, if they can hold serve at left tackle and right tackle, I like what Alabama can have going there with Eric Wolford as the new offensive line coach, and he's moving so many different pieces around. That's why, Wolford coming in here, hey, you look at what you see, you move pieces around, you get folks in the spots that you want them to be at, and then you go to it from there. But there's still those names that are competing at both tackle spots, fighting for a starting job. Those names, Tommy Brockermeyer is still in there. Javion Cohen is still in there. Damian George Jr. is still in there. Amari Kite is still in there. You got to look at Tyler Booker, the freshman. He's fighting somewhere in there. So you still have some names that throughout spring and then going to the summer and the fall will be jockeying for a shot to be a starter either at right tackle or at left tackle. But this is good coming from Evan Neal from what he has seen in spring ball as he's preparing for the draft. J.C. Latham at left tackle, Kendall Randolph at right tackle. So hopefully that can hold serve, because if that holds serve, could be really something cool there for Alabama football. But we go to the break, folks, here on the show. Don't touch that dial. When we return, we jump back into the phone lines. We pick up your calls, your thoughts, your donations, your chats, your interactions. It's coming, Bama Nation, right after this.
Don't touch that dial. Call in right now as we're taking your calls up next on In My Own Words with Stephen M. Smith. Brought to you by We Own the Fourth Quarter. Visit WeOwnTheFourthQuarter.com now to get your 4-finger bling necklace.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is Marvin Constant, All-SEC linebacker and 1999 SEC champion. You are listening to In My Own Words, brought to you by Touchdown Alabama Magazine. Roll Tide.
Every sports fan deserves the proper representation. Whitwell Sports introduces to you the Title Towel. Wave that Title Towel in the air like you just don't care in support of Nick Saban and the Alabama Crimson Tide. Only $9.99 and it lasts a lifetime. Head on over to whitwellsports.com and get your Title Towel today. Touchdown Alabama Magazine is Alabama football's premier publication. A subscription to Touchdown Alabama Magazine is the perfect gift for any Alabama fan. For exclusive news and information, recruiting updates, a free annual print magazine, and more, go to touchdownalabama.com and click join. Only $7.95 per month, or pay $74.95 for a full year subscription. That's a yearly saving of $20. Go to touchdownalabama.com today and roll Tide. Thank you for tuning in. Show your support right now by clicking that like button. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button now and enable all notifications to make sure you don't ever miss any of the best Alabama football news, notes, and information right here on Touchdown Alabama.
And we are back in from the break, folks, on the number one ticket for your Crimson Tide football news. In my own words, yours truly, Stephen Smith of Touchdown Alabama Magazine. Appreciate you guys checking us out, helping us out here on the show. Continue to run those likes up, hit that thumbs up, give us that like button right there, run those likes past the moon, making this your show, your network channel, platform, and space to talk the Crimson Tide. Before we get into your phone calls, your thoughts here, 205-448-1358. Number to call in, 205-448-1358. John, I like to debunk a theory, or address or expose a theory that so many people have. So I remember, on yesterday, I put up a snippet from the segment that we did on Jalen Milroe to Twitter yesterday. And a whole bunch of people responded with, here we go again. He talking about benching Bryce Young for Jalen Milroe. He talking about benching the Heisman Trophy winner for Jalen Milroe. Not one time in that snippet did I say bench Bryce Young for Jalen Milroe. If you pay attention to what was said was you got to give Milroe some reps. He didn't see a bunch of time at all last season operating the offense, running the offense. I said you have to work him in there. You got to get him some reps. And if you listen closely, I said in matchups against Utah State, where Bama's going to be blowing them guys out, let's get him on the field so we can see what the arm talent is, what the accuracy is, what the precision is, what the ball placement is. What is he in terms of the future at Alabama? I mentioned Austin Peay, another team that Bama's going to be blowing out by, 200? Get Jalen Milroe in that game. Let's see what he is in terms of the future, because conventional wisdom will tell you you're not going to have Bryce Young forever. Everybody and their great-great-grandmama on an oxygen tank and a walking cane knows how good Bryce Young is. The brother just won the Heisman Trophy. We all see this. So you already got NFL draft prognosticators and Todd McShay, Mel Kiper Jr., and the rest of the bunch going. Bryce Young projecting him to be the number one overall pick for the 2023 draft. You're not going to have Bryce forever. You got to have the guy behind him ready to go as the future, because when Bryce moves on, it's who do we have next? Who does Bama have next? Is the guy behind Bryce groomed, prepared, set to go? Whether that's Jalen Milroe, whether that's Ty Simpson, is the guy set to ball, set to go, set to work right now? And it's important that in these games, in the upcoming season, work in Jalen Milroe. Let's see the arm talent. Let's see the skill set. Let's see the mechanics. Let's see where he has grown and developed. That's what I was saying. Nothing about benching Bryce Young. Sometimes people feel like if you are talking about the backup, then you're against the starter. And that couldn't be farther from the truth. You have to know what you have in terms of your future. You have Bryce Young in here. He's doing tremendous. But after this season, that boy off to the league. Who's next? Is the next guy ready? Is the next guy prepared? Has he gotten reps? Has he gotten understanding? Has he gotten knowledge of what's going on? Is he prepared? And you got to get him prepared. How? By getting him on the field and getting him reps. And not this, hand the ball off to a running back. And not this, design quarterback draw time. No, let that man throw the football. Let that man show you what his accuracy is, what his ball placement is, what his timing is, what his precision is, what his processing of information is, getting that ball from one read to the other. That's what you want to see from Jalen Milroe. So that's why it's good to have him worked in more on the field, because that type of athlete, that type of skill set, it needs to be utilized. You got to play him. You got to use him more in games to get him ready and be in the future of Bama football. So that's that theory that I was debunking there from a whole bunch of people there. But we're gonna go. We got a shout out McConaughey with that $10 donation in the super chats. Appreciate the love coming from my man McConaughey, helping us out here on the show. Once again, 205-448-1358, the number to call in to let your voice be heard. 205-448-1358, that number there to call in. But as you're getting your thoughts together here, quick little call topic: John Mechie and Jameson Williams. The rehab is going great for both guys, J-Mo and Mechie. They both have been in Pensacola, Florida, getting the rehab in, working out, getting the body right for the NFL draft here coming up here next month here. So what's cool about this is, J-Mo and Mechie were both at Pro Day. They both spoke to reporters. They both talked with the media, and the words have been, it's been work for both of them. They've been working, they've been grinding, they've been hustling, they've been putting themselves in the best situation to be ready to play, hopefully by training camp, be ready to play by preseason, and most definitely the regular season in the NFL. What's intriguing is who picks up Jameson Williams, because I could see the Eagles getting J-Mo late first round. I can see the Patriots getting J-Mo late first round. I can see the Dolphins looking at J-Mo late first round. So where does Jameson Williams end up? Second round will be the spot for Mechie. It's going to be interesting to see which team takes a grab at him. Or I could see the Dolphins taking Mechie in the second round, because Tua played with Mechie in 2019. So I can see the Dolphins taking a shot there at Mechie. But it's good to see both of these guys doing great in the rehab, getting everything in order to hear their names called in the draft and get ready for a good pro career. But we take a final break here, folks. Don't touch that dial, because when we get back, we get into the highlights from Pro Day. Who stood out? Who made some big plays? Who dropped some jaws? We're going to get into the standouts from Pro Day right after this.
If you're an avid Alabama Crimson Tide fan and you love to flaunt it, then show your Alabama Crimson Tide support by grabbing the All-Bama sneakers. They feature bold Crimson Tide graphics, so no one will be able to question where your allegiance lies. When you add these sweet sneakers to your Alabama Crimson Tide collection, go to STSfootwear.com and use the code TDAlabama for $15 off your purchase. That's code TDAlabama for $15 off your purchase. Go to STSfootwear.com and get your All-Bama sneakers today. Touchdown Alabama Magazine is Alabama football's premier publication. A subscription to Touchdown Alabama Magazine is the perfect gift for any Alabama fan. For exclusive news and information, recruiting updates, a free annual print magazine, and more, go to touchdownalabama.com and click join. Only $7.95 per month, or pay $74.95 for a full year subscription. That's a yearly saving of $20. Go to touchdownalabama.com today and roll Tide.
We are back in here, folks, from the break. Number one source here for your Crimson Tide football news. In my own words, yours truly, Stephen Smith of Touchdown Alabama Magazine. Appreciate you guys checking us out on today. Continue running those likes up. Give us that thumbs up. Run those likes past the moon here. Make this your show, your network, your platform, channel, and space to talk Bama. And before we get into final topic of conversation, got to remind you guys of tdawear.com. So we got your culture, we got your clothing, we got your sauce, we got your swagger, we got your drip needs right here. If you like hearing that touchdown Alabama, we got you right here. tdawear.com. You can do all your shopping right there. Get yourself prepared for the 8A game. Get yourself prepared for the regular season by going to tdawear.com. Get your shopping done for all of your clothing, apparel, style needs. Link right there in the description. Keep showing that support for Coach Saban, the University of Alabama, the student athletes, and us here at TDA. But Pro Day today, and there were some standouts in Pro Day. Showing out for all 32 NFL teams, personnel members, coaches, scouts, general managers, all that were there, all the royalty that was in Tuscaloosa. We had some standouts. We had some guys that did their thug thizzle, if you will, in the indoor practice facility. And we start off with Slade the Blade Bolden. Slade had a really good pro day. Slade at the combine ran 4.62. He improved it at the pro day, running between 4.5 and 4.58. There was all hand times. Everybody was doing hand times in the 40-yard dash. The times were not official; they were unofficial times. But from the hand time that I recorded Slade on, and the people that I spoke with, Bolden put in between 4.5 and 4.58, which is an improvement from what he had at the combine at 4.62. Now, where he really impressed was when he was catching balls from Bryce Young. Slade did not drop a pass. The catch of the day is being shown on screen right now, where he laid out in full extension. Slade Bolden, full extension, grabbing the ball to the ground. The place lost their mind. I mean, they went nuts in there. Slade had a good pro day. Very good pro day. Slade had a 9'4" broad jump. Of course, Bill Belichick could not take his eyes off Mr. Bolden because he feels like, hey, this is the next Wes Welker. This could be the next Julian Edelman. Let's go ahead and draft this guy right now in the 5th or the 6th round. But Slade had a really good pro day. Shouts out to him. Another guy that stood out, LeBron Ray. I mean, for all the adversity this man has went through in his career at Alabama, injury after injury after injury after injury, LeBron Ray was able to close his career with a good pro day. I mean, ran 4.8840, unofficial time right there. Was moving fast, looked quick out there, looked good in the pass rush drills, looked good in his broad jump, 8'9" broad jump. LeBron Ray had a good pro day. It was just good to see him end his Alabama career and transitioning to the NFL on a positive note with a good pro day. Proud of him. The next guy, Christian Harris. Not Daniel, right? Christian Harris right now. Christian Harris, though he didn't do a whole lot because he did most of his stuff at the combine, he went through his inside linebacker coverage drills at pro day, and boys, he covered some ground. You saw the footwork, the hip fluidity, the lateral quickness, the backpedaling, break on the ball, get those interceptions. Like, Christian Harris was moving. He looked really good out there. And he spoke on how the inside linebacker position is transitioning a lot more to having those coverage guys, having those guys that can hit like linebackers but cover like defensive backs. And this is where Christian Harris can make a lot of money at, is he has that DB background coming from high school in Louisiana. Still a bit raw at times at that linebacker spot, but I feel like Christian Harris will be a much better pro player than what he was a college player. Solid in college. Okay? Great effort in college, but I feel like he'll be a much more refined, much better pro. Had a good pro day. Now we get into Daniel Wright. And aside from the changing of his hair color, Daniel Wright had a good pro day. I mean, ran the 40 between 4.37 and 4.41. I expected nothing less from Daniel, especially him coming from an athletic family. He's always had big-time speed. Brother Major Wright played for the Florida Gators, also played in the NFL. Looked strong as well in his backpedaling, lateral quickness, attacking the ball, getting the ball at its highest point. Those drills right there for DBs. So hopefully, Daniel Wright finds him a spot in the NFL. Had a good pro day. And last but not least here, Bryce Young. I mean, when Bryce came out to throw to Brian Robinson and Slade Bolden, all the NFL draft guys perked up. They were like, hold on, Bryce is coming out here? Let me take my pen and paper and move over here to Bryce. Bryce, hold on. I know we got these guys that are going to this draft, but let's start evaluating Bryce right now. Say, can we get a height and weight on Bryce? Can we get a wingspan, a hand size, an arm length on Bryce? I mean, since you got him out here and he's throwing to Brian Robinson and Slade Bolden, can we get an evaluation on Bryce? I mean, the guys were already perked up ready to see the dude, and Bryce went out there. He dropped some bombs. I mean, he was dropping bombs to Slade Bolden, leading him with pretty passes. He was leading Brian Robinson with good passes as well at the backfield, doing those running back routes. So Bryce Young already getting himself familiar with, hey, this is going to be me next year. This is going to be me, participating in these pro days for NFL teams for the 2023 draft. So it was good seeing Bryce out there throwing the ball, getting his guys comfortable, working with his guys, getting his highlights up there, and just, getting himself acclimated to the protocol and comfortable with this time around next year. It's going to be him at Pro Day. But proud to see all of these guys have success in Tuscaloosa. Best wishes to all of them as they pursue the NFL, declare it for the draft, and hope to see all of them have strong careers in the pros. But as always, Tide fans, you want the best in news, notes, information, and material on your favorite program, that being Bama. You can get this by accessing the Touchdown Alabama Magazine app. You download the app from the iPhone App Store if you're rocking Team Apple, Google Play Store if you got the Android phone. For your audio needs, check us out, iTunes or Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, Spreaker, TuneIn Radio, Overcast.fm, Google Play, or iHeartRadio. The good and gracious Lord sees fit. I will be back on Friday, continuing the conversation that is Tide football. Remember, Bama fans, you can purchase individual copies of Touchdown Alabama Magazine, have those sent to your door. Where's that link? In the description. Check it out right now. Also, if you're trying to get the fresh edition, print edition of TDA the magazine, you go to touchdownalabama.com, you click join, become a member, a subscriber today. That link found in the description as well. If you're also trying to get that 4-finger bling necklace, 4-finger bling jewelry, courtesy of our guys at WeOwnTheFourthQuarter.com. That's WeOwnTheFourthQuarter.com. That link in the description as well. Also, members, stick around. Our prestigious members of TDA, stick around, because right after the show, we're gonna continue going live with my final thoughts. Final thoughts from yours truly, Stephen M. Smith. So stay tuned live here to our viewers here as we get the final thoughts video going in. But appreciate my man John Ivory in the production studio doing his thing as he always does. And for you, the Tide family, the Tide fan base, making us your show, your network, your channel, your space to talk Bama. Appreciate all of your phone calls, your chats, your donations, and what you do to make this show the hottest show on the streets. Until next time, folks, husbands, love your wives. Wives, appreciate, value those husbands. Children, you guys continue doing the right thing, fun thing, smart thing, good thing, legitimate thing to not be bored. Be sure to grab you those 3 hearty meals a day, those 3 great laughs a day. You protect yourself. You protect the loved ones around you. Stay safe in this weather going on. Until next time, folks, I'm your man, Stephen M. Smith, and you've been listening to In My Own Words.